Alright, so got these news articles all over my computer talking about how basically I guess Rick Ross had a nationwide tour coming up and he canceled it, you know. And a lot of people, word is around the campfire, is that a lot of people think they're basically saying he canceled the joint because I guess he's been receiving some death threats from, like gang members, gangsters or whatever. He's been receiving some death threats. And everybody's saying you're basically canceling the tour, Rick Ross the rapper, because you scared for your life because you're a fake gangster and all this. And of course he denies it, and he's saying no, the real reason that I'm canceling the tour is because my tour promoter wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, doing right by by way of his business. You know what I'm saying? He's saying that's why he really canceled the tour. Now, what do I think? I think he's telling the truth. Because you really got to think about it, okay? I don't care what kind of rapper you are. Rappers make their money off touring, okay? That's where they really get paper, okay? Rappers make their money off touring. They make their money off doing shows, okay? That's where they really get money, okay? So you're not going to cancel a nationwide tour because maybe you're receiving death threats in one area. Okay, on one of your tour locations. You're not going to cancel out all of that money because of that. Okay, because of that one place. If anything, you're going to take precautions. Okay, maybe you don't have to, but maybe if it's really that serious for you and your group, maybe if you're that rapper, maybe you'll try to hire some additional security. Maybe if it's that bad, maybe you'll just skip that tour location altogether if it's really that serious. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to cancel a whole tour. You're not going to kill all that money because of one location supposedly you're receiving death threats. No. Okay? It's not going to happen, okay? These aren't third world regions, all right? This ain't the Middle East. You're not in the red zone, on the other side of the Atlantic, okay? It's not happening. Because if it was, you wouldn't go there to begin with. You wouldn't put that location, or you wouldn't put that on the tour schedule to begin with if it was really that, unsafe over there. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to jeopardize yourself. You're not going to jeopardize the money that you're making presently, the money that you stand to make in the future. You're not going to do that by going somewhere where your life might seriously be in danger and you really might get shot or taken the fuck out, okay? It's not going to happen. So I think he's actually telling the truth about, his tour promoter, his manager, whatever, not, doing what he was supposed to be doing for, his MMG label and, the tour. Now, I know a lot of you motherfuckers don't. Big ups to Rick Ross, the rapper. Big ups to Rick Ross. You're doing well for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're doing well for yourself. I could appreciate that. I know a lot of y'all out there don't mess with him. I must admit, y'all be burning him up. I mean, the jokes is funny as hell. The comments is funny as hell. Y'all be burning him up. I mean, some of his stuff is cool. It sounds good. It sounds good. It's entertaining because he's an entertainer. All right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, do y'all when y'all see movies, do you yell at Robert De Niro or Al Pacino or Cameron? Do y'all yell at them like, oh, y'all some fake gangsters and y'all this and that because of characters that they portrayed on screen? I mean, I know hip-hop and rap is different because it came from the hood, and there's always going to be an authenticity to it, and words is serious business. You know what I'm saying? So like guys like Jay-Z and like 50 Cent, it's been well documented that the stuff that they rap about or used to rap about, they actually used to do. Okay, that's great. But with Rick Ross, the rapper, unfortunately, he used to be a correctional officer. He was the CO. You know what I'm saying? So, people call him a fake gangster because of that. I mean, and that's fine. I just look at it like he's an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna continuously crush him over the fact that he's probably not doing. I'm pretty sure he's not doing what he's talking about on these tracks, on these raps. It's music. Okay, it's supposed to be for your entertainment. You're not supposed to. You shouldn't take it that seriously. People will, but you shouldn't. But at the same time, you got to think about it. The question I got for folks right now is like, how would you feel about it? I mean, let's just have an imagination. Let's continue to pretend. What if Rick Ross the rapper was actually doing the stuff that he talks about, moving boatloads of coke and, murder and all that stuff First of all, I don't care if you're a well-known rapper or you're underground rapper. I don't care. You know what level your popularity is at. If you're rapping about stuff like that and you're really doing it, first of all, you're a stupid motherfucker. You're a real dumb motherfucker. Okay? You one of the stupidest motherfuckers. Let's say, okay, like these rappers that be talking all that coke kingpin stuff, and I be moving that weight and work and all that. And I'm not talking about, they're not really, a lot of them ain't really coming at you metaphorically. You know what I'm saying? Like Ice-T used to do back in the 80s. You know, they talking like they really, you know, like they really, you know what I'm saying, a serious, you know, a coke dealer, serious drug, you know, smuggler, or whatever the case may be. First of all, if that was true, if these motherfuckers was really doing what they was rapping about, I wouldn't want nothing to do with them, because that shit is fucking bad for business, and that shit is not fucking kosher, okay? Not to mention, you got to think about it. Not only would it be hot for that rapper in particular, like Rick Ross, if he was really doing that shit he'd be talking about, not only would it be hot for him, it would be hot for his fucking connections, okay? That shit is bad for business. What the fuck? And I'm pretty sure if this dude truly was doing the shit he raps about, moving that coke all over the country and all that shit, whoever his supplier is probably from outside the country, and I'm pretty sure they're not black. Okay? So I don't think they would like that very much either, because I would think if you into it like that, if that is your business, that is what the fuck you do. It is not a game. It is serious fucking business. You know what I'm saying? They want to stabilize the system and continue to make money. They don't want to be flashy. They want to be low key. Okay? So, I mean, the shit is just for entertainment, just like a movie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he probably would have did himself some favors, you know, by coming out the gate saying, okay, yeah, I used to be a correctional officer. That would have helped. I mean, I know, hey, Rick Ross the rapper, you know what I'm saying? And I say Rick Ross the rapper because, no disrespect to Ricky Ross, the dude, you know, he actually, you know, borrowed his stage name from. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? If he'd have just came out the gate with that shit, I think he'd have been a lot better off. But, you know, he didn't want to do that, so that's his business. So of course I don't think the dude's really doing that shit. I don't think a lot of these motherfuckers do the shit that they talk about, because it's fucking entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's entertainment. But I am interested to know what you think. You know what I'm saying? What would you think? Would you prefer that the dude was really doing the shit that he's talking about? I think that's stupid. I think Jay-Z said it best. You know, you can't do that because you're popular, especially if you're a popular rapper that's on TV and on the radio. Everybody knows who the fuck you are. What the fuck are you doing? Everybody knows who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's not very good business. It's not very good business at all. But I mean, you know, why be so mad at Rick Ross the rapper? I mean, some of his shit sounds good, the beats. His flow's gotten better. You know, I mean, he needs to shave his beard, you know, but that's his thing, that's his image, that's his gimmick, you know, that's his thing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he comes out with the coat on and no shirt on. I mean, hey, that's his thing, you know. That's his thing. He's an entertaining dude, you know what I'm saying? He's an entertainer. He's here for your entertainment. And y'all be talking all that, oh, I wish he would stop and this and that. I mean, at least the brother's not really doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's whack, that whole rapping about that shit. I think it's not positive. It's not positive for the communities. It's not good for the kids, because the kids, the teenagers, those are the motherfuckers that buy this shit the most, you know. And that's why this dude can afford to go, you know, plan a nationwide tour with him and his label, because there's a market for it, okay? If cats wasn't buying them albums, downloads, whatever, if they weren't putting money into him and his crew, you know what I'm saying, there'd be no market for it. Why go on tour? You know what I'm saying? Why go on tour? Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to hear it. You know, they don't find your shit entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be able to go on tour if there wasn't a market for it. And don't just look at the kids and the young monies like they the only ones. Nah, we got grown-ass motherfuckers investing in Rick Ross, the rapper, too. You got grown-ass motherfuckers at them shows, at them concerts, buying this shit, too. So don't just be bashing, the teenagers and the young monies, you know, and the kids. Don't bash them. You got grown-ass motherfuckers out here, too, bumping that big BMF, talking about they call me Big Meech. You know, so there's a market for it, you know, and that's part of the problem. You know, I look at it as part of the problem, because it's not portraying anything positive, you know, in our black and, you know, Hispanic communities, you know, in the urban communities, you know, in the ghettos, whatever the case. It's not portraying, you know, positive images. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just murder and death. That's really all it leads up to. You know, but the shit sounds good because he got beats. You know, we got a little flow. You know, so the shit sounds good. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, man. I'm tired of talking about that punk ass shit. But let me know what you think. That's what's up.